Abbaiare alla luna by Valeria Corciolani. So this book is not for the faint-hearted. You might think I mean that because of the subject matter. I do not. It is a crime novel, there is a death, but it's not full of grisly details. No, I mean you need to be prepared to push through a significant amount of text that you might find very difficult to understand. Unless you're Italian, of course. I started this book twice. The first time I just wanted something easy to read that I didn't have to spend time poring over to understand. The first chapter was fine. The second chapter was two characters doing something they shouldn't have been and was full of vocabulary I didn't have in my passive store. Plus, the author's style of writing was different from anything I'd read before, in terms of sentence structure. I gave up reading it halfway through that chapter. In December, I had more time to dedicate to it, and I decided to try again. I pushed through that second chapter to the third, which was still difficult, but an introduction to the local police force. Again, lots of character development, not much to do with the main crime. That went on for maybe 2 or 3 chapters. Then the murder was discovered, and it became easier. It was more about functional stuff rather than individual characters. As I continued on, there were more difficult parts and there were easier parts. But I found that the book was actually quite fun, because there's quite a lot of humour woven into it. Not laugh-out-loud humour, but situational humour and amusing character descriptions and... OK, I'll show you a few examples. Già, perché solo nelle fiction e nei romanzi commissari e vicequestori si fangano in prima persona il grosso delle indagini. Nella realtà sono i sottoposti come lei a occuparsene, mentre loro, da bravi dirigenti, dirigono e quindi se ne stanno giustamente in ufficio. Yes. Okay, let's just stop there for a second, because you may not have seen già used like this before. It just means yeah, and it's a colloquial thing. Let's carry on. Because only in fiction and novels do commissioners and deputy commissioners get into the weeds of an investigation themselves. Butting in again, si sfangano is literally muddying themselves if you want to be literal. In reality, it's the underlings like her who take that on, while they, as good leaders, lead, and so they rightly stay in the office. Ottimo. E come mai questa inversione di stile dalle comode e confortevoli HP a queste, cose che sarebbero da denunciare come armi illegali? Pierre indica il 4H sul fusto di legno arancione. Ah, pensavo che il 4 fosse la quantità, spiega Dalmasso, allargando le braccia. Quindi alla confezione mi pareva molto più conveniente. Excellent. And how did this change of style from convenient and comfortable HB to these come about? Things that should be condemned as illegal weapons. Pierre indicates the 4H on the orange wood casing. Ah, I thought that the 4 was the quantity, explains Dalmasso, spreading out his arms. So the package seemed much more cost-effective to me. Il tondo chignon biondo piantato sulla nuca, in nodo così stretto che si scopre a domandarsi se sta ragazza riesca a chiudere le palpebre o resti con gli occhi sbarrati dalle mura per tutta la durata del turno. The round blonde chignon planted on the nape of her neck, in a knot so tight that it made one wonder if this girl could close her eyelids, or remained with her eyes staring like a lemur for the entirety of her shift. Oh, signore, esclama l'agente scelto, con il martello ancora alzato, che lo fa sembrare un Thor 30 anni dopo. "Oh my God!" exclaims the agente scelto, with his hammer again lifted high, making him look like Thor 30 years later. These things are everywhere in this book. If you like that kind of description, maybe this is the book for you. The book also has a lot of cultural references, many of which I did not get, and the Kindle Dictionary Wikipedia function could not enlighten me. However, these things did not affect the understanding of the story. Also, I don't think this is a murder mystery that you're going to guess the details of, because it's fairly complex. To sum up, this book is not for a beginner. Definitely not. However, if you want to challenge yourself whilst reading, why not give it a go? I definitely got less of the detail than I have in other books, because you can't look up every word, but I still enjoyed it. Oh, and there's a subplot crime that starts off really weird, but of course, as we all know, these things are always connected. You've already had enough samples of the text, so now here's my short review in Italian, with some details not revealed already. Abbaiare alla luna di Valeria Corciolani. Questo romanzo, un giallo, è abbastanza difficile da capire per una straniera come me, a causa del linguaggio e del modo di scrivere. Ma se volete una sfida? Sento che l'autrice si sia divertita molto con le descrizioni dei personaggi. Sono estremamente creativi. Gli eventi si svolgono nella Valle d'Aosta, nel nord del paese, e ci sono qualche nome di persone e luoghi che suonano francesi o sono davvero francesi, forse con un po' di tedesco. I personaggi principali sono un'ispettrice e un agente scelto, che secondo Wikipedia è superiore all'agente, ma inferiore all'assistente. Molto chiaro. La trama non è troppo difficile da seguire. C'è un omicidio, che novità, e qualcos'altro di strano, che riguarda le piante. Oh no? Mi è piaciuto questo romanzo, ma vorrei qualcosa di più facile da leggere per il prossimo.